this. That's an entire day, an entire. Rates are down. Rates are going to be moving. PPI tomorrow. Hey, right? Well, it could be better. So I think they're also that puts us. Thing about the put credit spread thing. Not one that I got. A good example. Um, at the beginning of the week, you look at the chart and you say, by the end of the week, I don't think we're breaching. Sound is cutting in and out. Is that true, guys? Yeah. But what I'll do is I'll switch to the. Could it be the microphone? No, because I hear myself clear. All right. Well, anyway, I'll switch to the.
Hello, this is the room mic. How are you doing today? I hope you enjoy your flight. Okay, do you hear it fine now? Sounds like internet lag. That sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger on the top of the Mars mountain. Well, the echo can't be, there's nothing we can do about it. You either get the close mic or you get the room mic. Yeah, taking a dumb lag. All right, so listen, the cool thing about put credit spreads is at the beginning of the week, you say, okay, uh, I don't think price by the end of the week is going to go below this particular level. So you go ahead and you sell those puts. Maybe that makes sense for some of you who's trying to wrap your mind around this. So you sell them, and you hope by the end of the week that comes true. If so, then all the money they set aside for you or gave you for doing that, they either give it to you right away, depending on your brokerage, or it trickles into your account via theta decay day by day until you finally have it all by the end of the week, all depending on your brokerage. By the end of the week, if that level is not breached, but it's like price is above that level, you get to keep all the money that was trickling into your account as time was progressing for the whole week. So then Datadog is a good example because 99 is a great level that it's probably not going to go below. Earnings release reactions. Oh, um, frequently the low of the surprise earning release reaction day becomes a level that it has a fair chance of not returning to. So in a sense, selling put credit spreads is like selling the stops. So if that interests any of you, I'll be teaching that as much as I know it to you guys. Get you at least to my level, which is fucking 25 years of experience, not at put credit spreads, but 25 years of experience here and there on put credit spreads, and I can probably help you wrap your mind around this stuff a little bit better, give you my knowledge on it. So I did that with about 50% allocation this week, yesterday. And now that this week has turned really bullish, there's very little chance that any of my stops are going to get hit. Any of those put credit spreads are going to get breached. Now that everything went so long, it's a long strategy. Think of it that way, because you're selling people the options for them, puts. You're selling people puts. So if you're selling people puts and you want to make money, you think puts are a bad bet and that people shouldn't buy them, right? But people do. So 90% of options expire worthless. 90% of people don't make money on the options by the end. The 90% of options expire worthless. So most of the time people lose when it comes to options, buying options. Selling them, that's a different story. So now that the market's up big, everything kind of is rising. All tides are rising. Every sector is up. All tides are rising. So everything's just gonna adjust up. The knob's just gonna go up. And that's perfect for those kinds of put credit spreads. Another thing that's kind of cool, by the way, about the PCS about the put credit spreads, is if when you're going long on a stock, like Palantir is a good one that we just recently went long on. When you're going long on a stock, you've got to manage every little price improvement it makes. Like you got to be racking your brain, thinking, should I take some here? Should I keep holding? Should I take some? And so maybe you take a little bit and then it goes back down, et cetera, et cetera. Well, with the put credit spreads, time just goes by, and that's how you make money. You don't have to do anything. It's the longer price is above that stop loss level that your put credit, we call it the put credit spread, like sort of baseline level there. The longer it stays above that level, whether it goes up or down, the money starts continuing to flow towards you. In some sense, you'll see, you'll have to see for yourself. But that's another great thing about that. So who's going to be there on Thursday night for class? I hope that some of you will make it. Who's going to try and be there? It'll be 9 p.m. Thursday night. And I will try to go over it and over it probably 2 or 3 times to turn you guys into, hopefully one of you can even become better than me at it. That would be awesome, because I'm fairly new at it. I've done it 50, 60, maybe 100 times. I would call that new. I really don't. You got to be honest with yourself. 100 times, but I'll tell you everything I can know. All right, cool. Mark and Marcus are going to be there. That's good. So I'll see you there. And Bob, you're going to try and be there. Definitely something you want to learn. Definitely a tool you'd want to learn. What do I think about Plug? I mean, if it's a piece of shit, are you going to be okay? All right, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, it's a piece of shit. The fundamentals are getting worse. It's becoming less and less profitable, and it's in a downtrend. So, bring me something of quality next time. Let's see if you can bring me something that's good. Let's see. Also, just recently, really crapped the bed. Yeah, Plug and Blink and all those companies for some reason are just having a hard time. It's just not their time. All right, we have 15 minutes until the market opens, and as you may have seen, the market just uh, skyrocketed up 1.7% on the inflation report that came out. It was slightly better than expected. 3.2% inflation annualized versus 3.3% expected and prior 3.4%. So it's improving. And it's getting to levels that are not are hospitable. And our GDP is, I think, 4.9% annualized. That means we're being so productive that we're paying off the inflation, the debt that's causing the inflation, because we have a differential there. We're up 1.6% per year now on an excess GDP growth above inflation. And so we're beating inflation. And so that actually, deflates the monetary supply, which is great. And now, it's like it doesn't matter if we've got socialists in office. We're kicking everyone's ass just economically and doing the right things. We're so productive. It's phenomenal. 4.9% GDP is amazing. Typical GDP average GDP is about 2.25% per year. So we're doing more than double our typical productivity as Americans. It's pretty remarkable. And it's going to make a difference. And probably will create a soft landing. And this is why I'm not worried about BRCS. Why is that? Thanks. You said, I like your positive vibe. Well, I mean, I like to make money off of doom as well. I'm always positive. If the world's going to hell, that's an opportunity. So yeah, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to follow, brother. So anyway, we've got 12 minutes until the market opens, and everything's an opportunity this morning. The question remains, is the market going to sell off, though, on all of this? And it could, simply for profit taking, to say, nothing of the demand. But the thing is, this level of CPI surprise is really great news, and it's going to create some demand. There are going to be people who did not get in yet into the market. They've been waiting for this particular point in the market to say whether or not they're going to get in. And now they're going to want to get in. And anyone who's already in, some of them might want to double up. They might want to be adding today as well. But there's definitely a percentage of people who are in, and also a percentage of profits that people will be taking today who are already in. And make no mistake, there are plenty of people in. I mean, the last 2 weeks has been nothing but furious buying and buying and buying and buying. Some of them, maybe 30% of that volume, is going to go into the market open right now in 11 minutes. There's going to be just some pragmatic profit taking. It's not panic, it's just profit taking. Taking that level off of the table. They want to wait for the next pullback in a month or a week or whenever it's going to be. So there'll be the forces of demand, people getting in anew. There'll be forces of demand, people adding on to positions, and there'll be forces of profit taking. There'll also probably be bearish entries as well, saying, oh, this rally has really got long in the tooth and we're really extended. But in my experience, and we could go down today and for 1 or 2 days, it's possible, but in my experience, these kinds of catalyst-driven price changes kind of tend not to look back for a while. They create a low of the day, which becomes the low of the week, which becomes the low of the month, and because it's strong and kind of unavoidable and hard to get around. That said, the market is in charge, and the market will do what it wants. And the old saying goes, the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. So don't fuck around with being wrong. You know, the best thing you can do if you're wrong is get out. Ever. You don't wait it out. Well, I'm wrong. Maybe it will get less wrong. Just why not just get out if you're wrong? Get back in if it starts turning right. Why wait it out? If you're wrong, the best time, Mark Minervini, $100 million plus high growth stock trader, says the best time to sell is the first time you see you need to sell. And it's, whether or not it gets better or worse from there is none of your business. Your business is to get out the moment you see you should get out. You don't wait it out or find out. Yeah. Don't fuck around if you're wrong. That is right. New t-shirt. Actually, I thought of a great t-shirt I would like to have, which is billionaires are better. I like that because millionaire is good, but billionaire is better. Ben likes that one. Take your L and go, and absolutely, and that's like I say, the first year of learning to trade, you need to master losing. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm a master at that." No, that's not what it means. It means minimizing your losses, and that's very hard. It's like going to the gym, frankly. Minimizing your losses is like going to the gym every day. You could get out of habit. There can become periods where it's not something, if you've had a year of trading experience and you've mastered losing, it's not something that you then build upon. Yes, you do, but you have to keep it up. It's a mental discipline that will never go away. It's like if you're a Navy SEAL. Well, I'm not a Navy SEAL, so I'm not fucking sure, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of what Navy SEALs know, they have to think about. Like they just can't be. I mean, there's a certain level of instinct that you can train into somebody, which is great. But Navy SEALs don't just go home and sit on their couch and watch Netflix until the next mission. You got to keep up all those skills, and they're not just going to the gym. They're keeping up their specialized skills, which, just like you as a trader, mastering losses is something that has to be practiced and thought about as a discipline forever, always. And if you lag in that department, I mean, you just got to set up some rules that'll help, so then you have it's not a guess, it's like you have a mental checklist that you can stick to. All right, what's that great t-shirt is make common sense common again. Yeah. The only thing is, I think it's a trap for you to think that common sense is common. I think that's a trap because it allows you to not understand why somebody doesn't know something, and allows you to instead be pretentiously, judgmental. And I think that the best thing you can do, even if you are somebody who thinks they have common sense, is to just realize that there is no such thing as common sense. Because first of all of your common sense was taught to you by, if you understand blank slate theory, everything was taught to you. Everything. We're all just chemical creatures reacting to the stuff that our environment, everything within our environment. And that's what evolution wants. We move around. You walk to the kitchen because you're hungry. You make money because you need to eat. I mean, all of this, so interesting view on common sense there, Evan. Yes. Yeah, a type of Indignant pride, is that the word? I don't know. I'm 48. I think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I believe so. Yeah, indignant pride. Um, whatever that was, I said a kind of a pretentious judgmentalism. Yeah. You know, look, so much bad comes from people who are just not humble. I don't care what you know or how much better you think you are than other people, and you might be right. But if you can't be humble, it's just you just haven't hit that level yet where it's God's gonna bless you. It's just not gonna happen. The universe is gonna bless you, whatever you believe in. Do I think Carvana is a buy? That's a great question. Rivian is not. We looked at that this morning. Carvana, let's see. And we've got 4 minutes until the market opens. So Carvana does not look like a buy. It's Carvana. So remember that. Carvana does not look like a buy, no. What looks like a buy is Datadog looks pretty damn good. And there's other things hot right now. Probably Nvidia is breaking out. Let's see. Nvidia's at 499 almost, which is, it's a 52-year breakout, 52-week breakout. And I'm not sure if that's even an all-time breakout. Let me see. It could be all-time high. It is. So Nvidia is one of the hottest fucking things on the market right now. Now, how about Microsoft? And it's basically breaking out today. This is it. Microsoft already broke out this week to make, was it new all-time highs? Let's see. Just double checking. Yeah, it is. So Microsoft and Nvidia, big caps leading the charge. Apple lagging, but Nvidia and Microsoft beyond pole position. I mean, they've been granted one lap ahead of everyone else. All right, the market's going to open in 2 minutes. Let's be ready for it. Is Viat a buy? That's funny. You remember Viat? Let's see. Well, Viat's still sticking down there at about 90 cents. It did hit $1.60 at one point, but it's still sitting there. Viat is interesting, but again, under Chinese number fudging regulation, so you can't exactly trust it. All right, let's watch the market and watch stocks. There's lots of opportunities this morning. I'm mostly going to be taking profits, so just stay out of my way. And talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. 1 minute, 45 seconds. Any idea why the market is green today? CPI, inflation. Inflation went down to 3.2%. I believe it was 3.3%. I think it was 3.2%. And we saw that mostly in the price of automobiles dropping, gasoline and energy dropping, but an increase in clothes, but not by much. So everything either stayed the same or slightly went down, and especially cars and energy are dropping. That's a great sign. They're leading the way down. I think I'm going to have to, let's see how the market opens here, but I think I'm going to have to sell my Treasury rates hedge at the open here. Yeah, let me take a look, as a matter of fact, how that looks on the daily chart. Because if we're breaking a pivot, then yes, that'd be the right thing to do. And we are exactly at the point in which we need to dump it. So I'll be dumping those at the open. I just got to put a market order on the open, so we'll just let that take care of itself. A little bit dangerous to do that, but I'm kind of hoping to get a better price. Sometimes that happens because there can be some other market orders or orders out there. Still stuck. Welcome to options trading. All right, let's get back to the market. Market is open. Likely some profit taking. Okay, got a massive amount of return off of the put credit spreads from this move. Okay, alert on NTNX and PWR. The market is running. Now, if I put a market order to sell, then why isn't it not selling? Is it on market? Yes, it is. Okay, well, there's just no buyers. I was about to look at NTNX and PWR. Let's see. MGNX, CLS, GREE. You know, if you guys want in on any like NVIDIA or Microsoft, you know, any of those stocks we talked about, make sure you're watching them. I see NTNX breaking out, 2.7% ADR. I can't say I'm very interested. Let's see. 12% in 11 days. 9% in 4 days. Yeah, I can't say I'm super interested in that one. PWR. See, the nice thing about that hedge that I just took off on rates is it was a hedge. So lost money on it, but gained money on what it was hedged for. And so it was nothing. I mean, I would have loved to not have the hedge on, but hedges are there for a reason. And now I'll be participating in gains. You know, but it's basically no cost for me to have that hedge on my rates. I was just waiting for the right moment to take it off, and that was the moment. Let's see here. Power, PWR. This one looks interesting. Okay, let me take a look at some of these top ones over here. That was MGNX. And also, I'll take a look at NVIDIA and Microsoft real quick to let you guys know if those are entries. MGNX. Wow, very nice ADR percent of 75%. But what is the average volume like on this puppy? Pretty low. Well, MGNX is possibly a swing trade entry. Let me put the stop all the way down at 6. If you got it, it's at 666. And it could be at 9. You know, the swing trade could be one of the targets. So you have 60 cents to the downside, 250 to the upside. It's almost 5-to-1 risk reward. Is pretty good, MGNX, but the volume is an issue. Just remember that. All right, NVIDIA. BCDA. Okay, I'll have to look at that. NVIDIA. All right, NVIDIA. A lot of profit taking at the open. It is at a resistance level, so a little bit to be expected. If it can get above 502.60 at some point, that's a blue sky breakout. Microsoft probably doing the same because those are the leaders. So leaders are selling off and yet the market's holding steady. So I imagine something big is doing well, maybe Tesla. No, a lot of things selling off at the open, and yet I'm not really seeing that in the indexes. So something's doing well, big, and making up for it, like Amazon or possibly Netflix, that stuff. Something's green off the open, keeping those averages up. Nope, it's not Netflix. Honey? Honey? Who's that? Be right back.
Battery 80%.
Hello? Hello? Okay, that was weird. Somebody just like came in my house and left. Weird. Don't ever leave your doors open, folks. BCDA. All right, somebody wants me to look at this stock, BCDA. Yeah, that's seriously moving. 36 to $1.44. Yeah. I have a lot of calculations not calculating today on my Thinkorswims. That's kind of a bummer. I need to clean out the memory. There we go. There we go, but I don't think it will really take effect until later. I have too many custom calculations going on. I mean, I could probably take off average volume on this. And yeah, that's fine. All right, the market's still holding steady. And yes, BCDA is going crazy, BioCardia, but very low volume. So I wouldn't recommend messing around with it. Oh, it is Amazon? I didn't even look at Amazon. Let's see. Maybe it's Amazon is propping up the market. Actually, yeah, it is. Amazon's doing quite well. Amazon leading out. All right, yeah, that's an entry on Amazon for a swing trade. But because of the whole put credit spread thing, I'm going to go take a look at the put credit spread situation on that. AMZ. That way, even if it doesn't go up, if it just goes sideways, but it stays above, I'm making money. Okay, you can either do the 140 or even the low of the day, 144.50. I'm going to take a look. The 140, no, I can't really make any money off of that. But perhaps like the 142, let's see. 145. Well, we could try that. 145, sell, buy the 141. Let's see the size of this. Okay, that's too big for my account. That's the right size. All right, let's go. Let's see. There we go. Filled. All right, so what I did is I took a put credit spread on Amazon basically at the low of the day, 145. What was it, 140, 145. So if by the end of the week we don't get below 145, then I get to keep all that profit, which is, oh, it's like 400 bucks. So that's the way some of those trades can be like. What website is this? TradingView. Yeah, there goes the Qs. The Qs are really taking off. Led by Amazon. Now, the nice thing about Amazon is if it just stays above 145, that's good enough for me. What about Palantir? All right, Palantir kind of leveling off. Let's take a look at that. If Palantir will hit the highs of the day again, I'll take 5% off. We're in that position. So we're mostly concerned with taking profits today. Now, looking at the whole market as a whole, I'd like to see if anything is moving in contrary. And I still need about 20 minutes to really get that kind of a reading. It's been 11 minutes into the market open. Utilities are moving up. Financials are moving up sideways, kind of sideways. Industrials sideways. Base materials up. Staples up. Healthcare up. Communications up. Discretionary up. Energy sideways. Of course, rates down. Gold up. Oil up. The dollar strengthening. Obviously, that makes a lot of sense. The VIX showing bearish divergence intraday here so far for the first 11 minutes, which could just mean it's going to top out. Let's keep monitoring the situation. We'll see. INVO. Okay, I'll check it out. Oh yeah, Invo Bioscience. Right. Yeah, after earnings, it's been zooming. Yeah, it could be a trade, but I'd be a little bit concerned about its volume. Although that volume has been pretty thick. It could be good for a day trade, intraday trade. I wouldn't recommend that for a swing trade. All right, let's see what's up on our hot list. If there's anything that we need to get on top of before it gets away from us. AFRM, let's take a look. AFRM kind of zoom in, but it's been really crazy price action. It is making it up over a prior high now, kind of for the second time. So AFRM, if you want it, low of the day is your stop, swing trade. TWST, Twist Bioscience Corporation has popped. We don't even like this stock anymore. Let's take it off the hot list. It's off. Right, SLG. No. I'll keep it on the hot list. Had to decide for a second there. Carvana is up 11% today. It's not really something, it's not really worthy and ready for you to put your capital on it. ECGS, this is a scraggly fucker. I got to get it off of the hot list. We don't ever want that. VNO. VNO, it's not beautiful. I'd stay away from it. PSTX. Shopify, Roku. We got to take a look at those. No. Shop. Yeah, the market is continuing upward. The VIX is still diverging, though. Bearish. Strange. I guess people are loading up on puts. They just don't believe this move. Shopify at 4.5% ADR, breaking out of this little flag it was in after great earnings. This is an entry on Shopify. It's already at 5% right now. This is the last chance you have to get in Shopify. I'm going to check if there's anything on that put credit spread front for me here on that. Yeah, it can be done. Okay, what I have an order in for is the 63, the 63.61 put credit spread on Shopify. Haven't got the fill on that because it's probably getting away from us. That's really close. Just need a little wiggle in the right direction, and it'll fill. Market's still going, and VIX is still diverging bearishly. Staples are flying, so defensives are definitely getting bought up. But utilities flying, discretionary up, tech up. Not just that they're up, but that from the open they're trending upward. Okay, that's important. There's a difference between a stock being up since yesterday and then bleeding out. It will stay showing that it's up since yesterday all day as it's losing money and losing money and losing money, coming back to where it was. But what's most important is how is it since the open? That's what you really need to know, because your concern is what is it doing today? Not how is it going since yesterday. What is it doing today, now? That's much more important for you to figure out than how is it done since yesterday. That's not useful to you. You're not in it yesterday. Who gives a fuck? Your only concern is how's it doing right now, today. Everything starts as a day trade in that sense, if you think about it. It's like Nvidia sideways, Apple sideways, S&P 500 flying, the Q's flying. What's up on Tesla? Let's take a look at Tesla's chart. And D-Dog, very interesting. Yeah, Tesla, I mean, it's up like everything else, but it's bleeding out from the open. So that's not great, see? Let's see. I'm going to take a little bit on Tesla as well. Selling some premium way down there at 205 by the end of the week. It's not worth much because it's so improbable, um, but that just means it's that much more of a sure thing, like 90% chance. All right, looking back at the market, let's see how things are going. What's that? AFRM? Yeah, we just went over that. That could be a buy. It depends. Definitely have to be managed. It's tough to be buying here, anything. But, things are looking good. We'll see if I get filled on that Tesla, but right now I just took a end of day PCS on 383 level on the Qs. So assuming we don't return back to the open, then that'll be something. I'm gonna have to fix my computer in a second here. So all right, everybody, let's move back into the group. The VIX just bounced a little bit, so that's really good because if the market's moving as strongly as it did, with the VIX divergent as it was, then I would imagine that now that the VIX is bouncing, the market's maybe going to pop some more. All right, let's move back into the group. Thanks, everybody. Have a good morning. Yeesh.